Hello and welcome to another video, and where I show you everything that I take with me on a gig. So before we start, you know I like disclaimers, so here are some. First of all, I'm neither a professional nor a touring musician. So this means I don't go on tours that last for 2 weeks, a month or whatever. I just play basically one-off gigs, and therefore my gig bag is packed for one-off gigs. A touring musician or a professional musician might vary in the content that they take with them. So keep this in mind. And another disclaimer, sorry for the microphone quality, I used the microphone of the camera. So most of the time I have 3 things in my hand when I go to gigs. First, it's my pedalboard, which I show you in a separate video very soon. Second is I might grab a backpack with some additional stuff that doesn't fit into this case, but I won't bore you with this stuff. And the third, my guitar gig bag. This is a Gator Cases gig bag, and what's cool about this thing is, of course, it has lots of different pockets. You can see them. Here's pocket, here, here. And the very cool thing is you can actually fit 2 guitars into it. So here can fit 1 guitar, and on the back as well. Plus I can have it on my shoulders, which is nice because then I have both hands free to do other stuff. Normally I only take 2 guitars with me, not 1 nor 3, just 2. And basically there is always a main guitar that I'm about to play for the particular show, and the second is a spare if string breaks or if something isn't fixable in a short amount of time with my main guitar. So, inside those pockets there is lots of stuff, and that I show you right now. So we start with the upper pocket, and this is actually in no particular order. First of all, I have my first aid kit. It's really small, but if something happens I can fix it, maybe. Then I have a small tin with some additional picks. Right now there are 3 into. I might adjust the number, but well, if I lose some, here it is. Then I have a fret wrap that I put on my main guitar just behind the nut to get rid of this ringing noises that there are. Then here's a string winder, side winder. I don't actually know the English word, because when I have to change strings, it most of the time has to happen quickly, and this can save some seconds. Then I have this little Veil Tone Rush Head metal amp for me to practice backstage with a nice sound. And maybe if the I don't know how big the noise is, and this is cool to have. Then Planet Waves cloth to clean up my guitar after the show, because it might get sweaty. My 2 antennas for my Line 6 relay wireless system. I like to keep them in my guitar case, because I think in my on my pedalboard I have some really strange layout, and I can't let them connected to the actual relay, and I fear that they might get broken. But in the gig bag, no problem. 2 sweatbands that are actually a gift from my newest band, Burden of Grief, and I used them for Burden of Grief shows, and I might use them for Nightbearer as well, because we don't have some with our logos yet. Small lamp with ultraviolet light, so that I can load up my lumen lays because on dark stages it's really nice to have. So, well, you can't see anything. Maybe now. On Nightbearer I do backing vocals and therefore use my own microphone because I think it's really disgusting to use another person's microphone. And this happened to be the Shure Beta 58A. I tend to prefer the Beta over the regular SM57. I think it's a bit more clearer and it brings me more to the direction how I want my vocals to sound like. And of course, my in-ears, they are from Perfect Fits. It's a small German company and they are molded to my ears and they sound really awesome. It's probably the best investment I've ever done. Up next, in a dedicated pocket I have some spare strings. I use Labella, well, what are they? HRS 71, nickel plated round wound 9 to 46 with 64 because I use 7 strings. I have just one spare set of strings with me because, well, knock on wood, but so far I'm not knowing to break much strings on stage. I keep my guitars in shape and I make sure that all the parts where a guitar string can break are really rounded off. There are no sharp edges or so, and well, as of right now this works and is enough. On another dedicated pocket I have my strap. It's a Richter Strap from Germany and this is vegan actually. And I connect it with Schaller strap locks. So on the bottom pocket I have some more stuff. My Line 6 relay, a transmitter for my guitar because I go wireless. That's here. I also always have a spare cable because those are mini XLR and if this gets broken I basically have no other chance, if I don't have a spare, than to use cable, and I tend to not use cable when possible. And my in-ear monitoring receiver, it's the Sennheiser, well, EV300 IEM G3, and yes, that's what I use. And because of the relay and the Sennheiser, I've always have a spare pack of batteries. Those are inner loop rechargeable batteries, and I make sure to recharge them before every show so that I definitely have a spare pack of fully loaded batteries. Then, well, actually I haven't used it, but yet it's in my pocket. It's well, pick clip for the microphone stand. So on larger stages or whenever I think today's a slippy day, I might lose a pick, I connect it to the microphone stand and attach some picks to it. Some deodorant, because after shows I tend to smell and I don't want to smell. A pen, because sometimes you have to write things down. Fun fact, I have no papers in my guitar case. I might change this. Then I have a plastic bag, because when I sweat, my clothes, especially my shirts, are sweaty too, and I don't wanna throw it into my backpack or my gig bag unprotected. So, then I have some tools with me as well. This one is from Ibanez. It has some screwdrivers and basically everything that I could need when repairing or fixing the guitar or adjusting it. And another tool from Bosch. This one has actually, well, a clamp very sturdy, and I can use it to cut strings, and it has some additional knives and whatsoever. And it's really cool to and easy to put back in shape. And the last thing I have, does it fit? Yes, an Ibanez guitar stand. This is a really small one. It's not the most stable stand in the world, but it does the trick when I want to put down my guitar quickly and don't know where to put it. I also use this sometimes for the spare guitar during the shows. So there you have it. That's basically everything that I have in my gig pack. As I mentioned previously, I obviously take another backpack with me where I have a fresh t-shirt, some food, and always a game system, a game handheld. Most of the time it's the Nintendo 3DS, if you want to know. And there is some other stuff that depends if it's a local gig or if we have to drive for a couple of hours. Some books, maybe some comics, you get the idea. So, and a bonus tip for you to have in your gig pack, and this I actually have in my gig pack for rehearsing, it's a pair of drumsticks. Your drummer will love you when he forgets his drumsticks and you say, oh well, I have a pair. So, now I'm curious, what do you have in your gig pack? Is there anything else that you think I should add? Write it down in the comment section. And if you want to support this channel, check out the links in the description. And with this said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. May the force be with you and have a nice day.